pediatrician Dr. Michael Rich's new book, The Mediatrician's Guide to Raising Healthy, Smart, Kind Kids in a Screen-Saturated World, helps us do just that today. So Dr. Rich joining us this morning to help with some insight. So good morning, Dr. Rich. I need
Good
you.
morning.
I really do. I need you so much. I have an 11-year-old and an almost 9-year-old who are obsessed with social media. And you know, really guiding a child through this new digital landscape, it's different for every stage of development, isn't it? I mean, so how do we identify a child's social and emotional development in this whole world of things like TikTok and Instagram?
Well, that's exactly what this book is about. It's a very practical guide to the life of a child in a screen-saturated world, from infancy right through to early adulthood. And one of the concerns, of course, with social media and gaming and other interactive media is that kids who have yet to develop the executive function, their prefrontal cortex, are uniquely vulnerable to getting sucked into what are designed to be engagement enhancers, but in their case often is obsession enhancers.
Well, yeah. So here's the thing, though, Doc, because you say it's important for parents to monitor, mentor, right? What does that look like? How do you guide your children through this online world that could be, for some, so difficult to understand because, as you know, say, we're older, right?
Yeah.
So they're much more in tune with what's out there and how to access things.
Right. Well, that's why this book is there to bridge that feeling of fear and of I don't know enough. But basically, what it's about are the 3 M's that you alluded to. The first, though, is model. Be the behavior you want to see in your child. Don't be staring at your own smartphone while telling them to get off the video game. And the second is to mentor them, sit side by side with them the way you will when they learn another powerful tool, an automobile, and help them learn and learn with them how to use these devices, these platforms, and these applications. And finally, to monitor them. And this is the one that parents and kids push back against the most, because parents don't have the time to monitor all of their kids' behaviors. But if if the parents have passwords and usernames and can see what the child is doing at any interval, the child's behavior is likely to change.
Yeah, you know what's really tough too is that kids latch on to social media influencers. How do you deal with that? I mean, because here in August, there was a riot in Union Square. There was one YouTuber that mentioned he was going to be making a big announcement, and all these kids ended up going there. So how do you deal with that and try to make sure that they know, like, this is not always the truth, what they're you know, what kind of deal they're selling to kids?
Well, that's where the mentoring and monitoring come in, which is to help kids become digitally literate, to know how to figure out what to believe, what not to believe, what to get sucked into. So if they know the hooks that are manipulating them, they will be able to protect themselves better. But we also have to parent them in the digital space as well.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to parent yourselves, right? Because it leads, the kids are looking at the parents that are always on their phone, and you're telling me to put my phone away, but you're always on your phone, which is a tricky situation, right? Because you have to model that behavior, but we're sometimes glued to them.
Yeah, we've got to clean up our act a little bit, because remember when these first came out, we said, wow, we're going to have so much time. We're going to be, you know, we'll be so efficient. And what that's turned into is us being on call 24/7 and being more responsive to our phones than to our children.
But what would you say, real quickly, are the signs that indicate that our kids are having an issue, like it's become problematic using social media?
When they start, first of all, the thing that gets hit the hardest with social media is sleep. When they start staying up late at night or waking up after parents are asleep, hard to wake up in the morning. So sleep is usually the first thing that's impacted, but also academics and social life. They start withdrawing because their online presence is more important to them than their in-person presence with parents, family, and friends.
All very interesting. We're out of time here, but Dr. Michael Rich, appreciate you being here this morning to talk about this. Such an important topic. We could do a whole hour on it. The Mediatrician's Guide. Yeah, The Mediatrician's Guide to Raising Healthy Kids in a Screen-Saturated World, available wherever books are sold. There's the cover. Get yourself a copy. Educate yourselves. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.